Here is the record for the top 5 teams versus each other in the NBA this season. You see the Spurs top that list. They are 9-3, a 75% winning percentage against the other best teams in the NBA.
It's very impressive. The young ball club, young team, been able to establish themselves this season, not letting up, and they was able to display that tonight, playing against a championship team that's looking to contend for the 2026 NBA championship.
2 seed in the East versus 2 seed in the West, and it was the Spurs who got the best of this matchup. Several guys contributed. None other than Victor Wembanyama leading the way. He was the leading scorer for San Antonio for the 4th straight game. He had 39 points in his double-double performance tonight. 8 made threes. It was incredible to watch tonight from him.
Well, he's been getting better. I think he's able to adjust his game a little bit. Obviously, you've been able to see his perimeter shooting has been elite since after All-Star, and I think he's been able to continue to lead and doing it in so many different ways, and it's creating a lot more spacing for the guys. It also helps that the perimeter guys are shooting a lot of threes and making them as well.
Speaking of that, yes, this was the first game in Spurs history where the Spurs had back-to-back 20 made three performances. Here's a look at some of them. They were knocking them down from all around the arc.
Yeah, but you looking at what's impressive. You're seeing ball movement. You're seeing guys penetrating and kicking out to the open guys, just being unselfish with the basketball. And that's why you're constantly seeing so many variety of different guys being able to shoot the three ball. It makes it very difficult for opposing teams to guard. So just look at that. When you got a guy in your center that can be able to shoot the ball at the rate that Wemby's been able to shoot it, it becomes very difficult for anyone to be able to guard on the perimeter with the type of shooting ability that we have right now with the Spurs.
And if you look at this shot chart, I mean, that shows you that they can knock him down from the corner, they can knock it down from around the arc. I mean, this is 42% shooting, and this is now their 19-0 on the season when they've made, 16 or more threes in a game. I mean, that's hard to beat.
Well, they're doing a little bit of everything, not only just shooting threes, but if you look at the defensive effort that they're providing, they're doing a lot of good things that are making it difficult for the opposing teams to be able to sustain that type of scoring power for 48 minutes. They're able to go on runs. They're able to find their points within different segments of the game that they're able to go on runs. And when teams are able to go on runs against them, they're able to continue to support each other, stay together, and come back, lock down, and go on a run themselves.
And you think about the fact that this was, again, against the team with the top defensive rating in the NBA since the beginning of February. This is a really good, stout defense for the Boston Celtics. And I do just have to shout out Keldon Johnson. We talk about him. Well, we're back on Spurs Live, and we got a little throwback surprise for you. Looky there, that guy in green. We know him. That's one DJ Ford. On March 17th of 2008, yep, that's our guy getting ejected for his one and only ejection during his NBA career. And bring back some fun memories for you.
Oh, it brings some good memories. It brings some good memories. Just looking at this is the first time seeing it in many, many years. Jaylen Brown. He tops me, though. I thought my video would have been a little bad. I thought I went a little.
You thought you looked cooler out there?
I thought I went off the meter like Jaylen Brown, but no, I think he tops getting ejected tonight.
Well, speaking of that, we have that to show you as well. Jaylen Brown's second quarter was not happy with the officiating in the first game between these two. Wasn't happy yet again, and here is the sequence of why.
Yeah, I mean, the game was intense. The crowd was into it. He was playing well. Obviously, he tried, like I said, he tried to bait the refs into getting a call. It didn't happen, and then from there, he was just furious, and it took him a while to get off the court, and I'm sure the NBA would hit him with a pretty good fine. Obviously, you can hear the fan support and the crowd of San Antonio just get into it, and it was exciting.
Having just watched your own ejection, watching that one, I mean, what literally is going through you in those moments when you're out there?
Well, I mean, look, you win the NBA. Every time we turn the ball over, things don't go our way. You see every player feel like they're getting fouled. So we both thought we got fouled. The refs made a bad call. We lost our temper, and it cost us, minutes. It cost us a team loss because I'm sure both of us lost getting ejected, and it also hurt the team tonight.
Well, and on that note, I mean, that certainly changed the dynamic of the game. They come out, or in the first half, we're tied after 2 quarters. Second half, the Spurs are able to pull away. Jaylen Brown being as prolific as he is for this Celtics team, not having him out there in the second half certainly hurt them.
It did hurt them, but it still gave us an opportunity to see what it looks like to play against a championship contender team and some champions. And we understood that we matched the talent, matched the effort. We brought the effort, and we wasn't scared at all. And I think this Spurs team continued to show that they're not afraid of anyone, and they are the guys that's trying to show that when you come play us, we're going to give it out all every night, and I think that's what's been very impressive watching them play every night, and the fan base around the nation is making this a San Antonio Spurs team that everyone is rooting for.
And is loving watching. So the Celtics without their MVP candidate in the second half, but the Spurs, well, they had theirs on the floor for all 4 quarters. Here he is, Victor Wembanyama, as I said, leading the way. 39 points from the big fella. He was knocking it down from 3. He did a great job getting to the line. Of course, he can do that. He can always put it down on request, and you know that he's gonna get his blocks. That's what the guy does.
You know, one of the things he's been able to display that is very effective for him at the top is being able to pump fake, because you don't know if he's going to shoot the ball or put it on the ground, and it also allows him to get a good advantage. So we talked about the Manu Ginobili ball fake. Well, Wemby is definitely pulling that out and getting some notes from Ginobili, because this is definitely working, and that's part of his game that's very efficient as well.
8 of 15 from 3. That ties his career high for made 3-pointers. I know we talk about how different he is. I mean, he's unlike any player this league has ever seen, but it feels like, you know, at the start of this season, we were like, you know, Wemby, he's taking his game to the next level, and that was back in October, November. Now that it's March, now that he's got his full conditioning and his legs under him, now we're seeing him even level up that game. I mean, we continue to try to put it into words, but how do you put into words how he's playing right now?
Well, I think he's just playing efficient basketball, but I don't think he's forcing anything. I think he's trusting his teammates, and he's allowing guys to make plays for him. When you look at how he's playing this simple basketball, very efficient. And I think he's just trusting other guys, and I think that's why you're seeing multiple guys in double digits and more guys shooting effective percentages because of Wemby's unselfishness.
He's talked about that at length. He says, I trust these guys so much. I love them so much.
6-game homestand. They're 3-0 so far. What is the team saying about staying even-keeled heading into another tough one against Boston tonight?
Well, I've got to tell you, being even-keeled is a theme that's embedded within the culture of the San Antonio Spurs, and that goes all the way back to former Spurs coach Greg Popovich. Now, current Spurs coach Mitch Johnson, he always says that when we're playing well, we're never as good as everybody says we are, and when we're being criticized or we're playing badly, we're never as bad as the people as what they say when they criticize us. So that's an even-keel approach there. And look, the Spurs are in the middle of a 6-game homestand. They're on game 4. And one of the commonalities during this homestand is that teams have tried to impose their physicality on the San Antonio Spurs. Point guard Stephon Castle, he said that when teams try to do that and it doesn't work, they don't have a plan B. Well, I can tell you, Victor Wembanyama told us that they are already working on plans B, C, and D. The Spurs are working to try to get better at anticipating matchups, strategies, tactics, things like that. That way they can have an answer for things that transpire on the court before they even happen. Now, Victor said that he goes 3 and 4 minute stretches without ever having to touch the ball. He said that that's because of the trust he has in his teammates. He can impact the game by rolling, screening, getting to his spots on the court and calling for the ball, things like that. That's because of the trust he has in his in his teammates, and they trust him just as much.
Yeah, we know he can do it all. But by the way, the Spurs won the last matchup back in January. That, by the way, was when Wemby was still